Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Hilda Syafina Fitri. You can call me Hilda. I live in Jepara. I'm from Management 2C, Faculty of Economics, Sultan Agung Islamic University. The purpose I'm talking today to analyze the journal about the role of employee competencies in human resource development, HRD, and organizational performance. In this journal, I will analyze in more detail about influence of human resource development (HRD) practices on hotel industry's performance, the role of employee competencies. The author of the journal is Frank Nana Kweku Otto from Department of Accountancy, Koforidua Technical University, Koforidua, Ghana, and Mridula Mishra from Department of Human Resource Management, Faculty of Business and Applied Arts, Lovely Professional University, Phagwara, India. Abstract of the journal. Purpose. The purpose of this paper is to examine in mediating role of employee competencies in the association between human resource development, HRD, practices, and organizational performance. Abstract of the journal. Purpose. The purpose of this paper is to examine the mediating role of employee competencies in the association between human resource development, HRD, practices, and organizational performance. Design, methodology, approach, and integrated research model was developed by combining principal factors from existing literature. Data were collected through questionnaire from 600 employees of the selected hotels. The validity of the model and hypothesis was tested using structural equation modeling. The reliability and validity of the dimensions are established through confirmatory factors analysis. Findings. The results indicate that some HRD practices impact organizational performance through their influence on employee competence. The study further revealed that employee competencies mediate the association between HRD practices and organizational performance. Research limitation or implication. The research was undertaken in the hotel industry and analyzed based on cross-sectional data which can be generalized across a broader range of sectors. Practical implication. The findings of the study have the potential to help stakeholders and management of hotels in adopting properly and well-articulate HRD practice to stimulate positive behavior in the individuals and impact their knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Originality or value. The study extends the literature by adducing evidence that employee competencies mediate the association between HRD practices and organizational performance of the hotel industry in Ghana. Background of the journal. Human Resource Development, HRD, intend toward advancing a diversity of competence of workers and promoting a vigorous work philosophy in the organization to harness the competencies of employees and innately enhance organization effectiveness. Rao, 1987. HRD has progressively developed important considering the fact that the conventional management position that there exists only two essential assets, money and time, is absolutely not legitimate, given that knowledge has developed into an unvaryingly imperative research. Delahaye, 2003, Stacy, 2003. Such resources take on special relevance when dealing with labor-intensive service industries, especially the hospitality industry, where the accomplishment of the business is contingent predominantly on the success of the synergy among the guest and employee. For all 2012. Establishing a competitive edge via people necessitates conscientious thought to processes that perfectly influences these resources. HRD practices are more exact than policies. They are programs planned and put into action to enhance employee competencies for employee to function efficiently and attain performance expectancies. Clardy 2008, Nielsen and Elstrom 2012. The hospitality industry encompasses different activities and purposes, including lodging, catering, and other establishments beside hotels. However, Dittmer 2002 argued that the hotel industry represents a key segment of the hospitality industry. Several other authors, Enns 2009, Locker 2007, Paulston 2008, deliberated that the hotel industry is a people industry. They further indicated that employees are cogitated as the focal point of the hotel industry for the reason that they may possibly develop a dazzling image from that on cozy service or attain the perfect vacation reality. Boyazis 1982 posited that competencies are the underlying characteristic of a person that could be a motive, trait, and skill aspect of one's self-image of social role, or body of knowledge which he or she uses. Hypothesis development. Werner and Desimon 2006 posited that HRD practices are programs which are designed to be strategically oriented to organization process for managing the development of human resources to contribute to the overall success of the organization. Competency is an important concept in organization management, as is it closely related to excellent work performance. Levenso et al. 2006. This and Mentos 2006 concur with this definition when they refer to competency as a combination of tacit and explicit knowledge, behavior, and skills that give someone the potential of effectiveness in task performance. Hellriegel and Slocum 2011 identify employees' ethical competency, self-competency, diversity competency, cross-country competency, team competency, and change competency as the 7 key competencies that affect the behavior of individual, teams, and effectiveness of an organization. Accordingly, the following competencies are examined: self-competency, team competency, change competency, communication competency, and ethical competency. Organizational performance is a complex and multidimensional concept. Based on the literature, the following measures were used in the study: financial outcome, HR outcome, organizational outcome, and capital market outcome. Alagaraja et al. 2015 identified 5 important approaches in examining the HRD: organizational performance and effectiveness linkage, best fit model, best fit approach, best practice model, combination of best fit approach, that best practice model, and stakeholders perception-based approach. Human Resource Development Practices and Employee Competencies. Haslinda 2009 postulates that HRD practices improve employees' capabilities on the job, productivity and efficiency, as well as enhance the quality of goods and service. Training and development and employee competencies. significance of training and development in the enhancement of employee competencies and organizational development has been exposed by several authors. They are also consistent with the result of other authors who found the organizational effort in training, in development, or in investment in asset, order, and expense. Training and development has a significantly influence in employee competencies. Training and development also improves the expertise and competencies of employees, which sequentially boost their efficiency and performance. G. According to Career Development and Employee Competencies of Gilley et al. 2009, argue that career development intervention assists in building a partnership between the organizational and its employees, enriching their knowledge, skills, and abilities by improving individual competency. H. According to Performance Appraisal and Employees Competencies of Mason and Barrett 2006, deliberate that managing performance of human resource constitutes an essential fragment of a firm and manifests how their human capital is being managed. This is consistent with the arguments of several other authors who emphasize that an integrated human resource and performance management strategies has important impact on the commitment and attitude of the workforce. I. According to Employee Competencies and Organization Performance of Milosevic et al. 2007, assert that employee competencies are an assemblage of expertise, preferences, and personal qualities as well as experience, meaning that employee competence is a measure of the abilities the employee must have, showing the identity and national background of employee as well as how much quality and more of experience they have owned by employees. The result of compartment H1 showing that training and development has a significant influence on employee competencies. This result parallels findings by other studies which found that training and development improve the expertise and competence of employees, which result of theoretical implication. These studies support the contention in literature on the subjects of improvement of employee competencies suggested by Levinson 2005 and Palan 2005. This industry is characterized as being labor-intensive depending on the social and technical skills of its personnel. Their ingenuity and hard work, their commitment and attitude for competitive success, which makes it unique for studying certain HR-related challenge. Gabriel, 1988. The findings of this study addresses the recommendation to further investigate the relationship between HRD practices and organizational performance based on the premise that investment in HRD practices an important strategic mechanism that stimulate positive behavior in individuals and impact their knowledge, skills, and attitudes, which increase productivity and performance. Clardy, 2008. Managerial implication. The result of the study leads to the consideration for a series of implications for the hotel industry. It is recommended for policymakers, stakeholders, and management of hotels to encourage the adoption of properly and well-articulated HRD practice in hotel industry. Findings of the study indicate that HRD practice influence employee competencies through training and development, intervention, and career development intervention. Management on the hotel should ensure that employees are sponsored to training programs on the basis of relevant training needs. Management of the hotel should also ensure training programs are conducted for employees in all facets, all quality, and see to it that the activities of the training program meet the needs of the employees. Management of the hotel must support career development in the organization because it has a positive influence on increasing importance of competencies for a company. The result of further research revealed that significant employee continuously influence organizational performance. Furthermore, the studies suggest that HRD practices should be configured such that employees function effectively and meet performance expectations through enhanced personal competencies, which will culminate in improvement in organizational performance. Limitation and suggestion for future study. There are certain limitations that offer important avenues for future research. Data were collected using a cross-sectional research design. However, the adoption of a longitudinal research design would have assisted in testing the causal relationship among variables. Moreover, quantitative research design was used in analyzing data collected through structured questionnaires. Proven qualitative data are encouraged in future studies. The adoption of both qualitative and quantitative approaches would have provided a more in-depth as well as valuable clarification. In view of the outline limitation, future studies could investigate how employee performance mediates the association between HRD practices and organizational performance. Future research is encouraged to examine the possible mediating effect employee performance on organizational performance using district HRD practices. Okay, that's all for me. I'm apologies if I mispronounced it. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.